everyone, it's Amelia. Welcome to another Plan With Me video. Today we are going to do a bullet journal setup for November, so go get a cup of drink and let's get started. I'm doing a cozy cafe theme for November. This cafe is extremely easy to draw. It's a one-point perspective drawing and anyone can do it because it's just a bunch of rectangles. The theme is inspired by my first trip to Budapest. It was in November. I saw a lot of spectacular buildings when I was there. The architecture style there is truly amazing. This might be normal for you if you live in Europe, but it's really different than the places that I have lived, which is the United States and Macau. I went to the New York cafe when I was in Budapest. It's one of the must-go hotspots because they are considered to be the most beautiful cafe in the world. The cafe is big, it is super fancy. I remember there was a band singing and playing different instruments on the second floor, and you are surrounded by the great music, the smell of the food, and the luxury interior in this cafe. It is so romantic to be there for dinner. If you are ever planning a trip to Budapest, I would definitely recommend you to visit the New York cafe. It was such a great memory of mine. The weather in November reminds me of the time I spent in Budapest on that trip, and that's why I decided to do a cafe theme for this month. The cafe that I'm drawing is definitely not as luxurious like the New York cafe in Budapest. It is very simple and modest. I found the inspiration picture on Pinterest is the number 50 Shane restaurant in London. I designed the cafe based on the structure of this building. I adopted the column and the roof in my design from this inspiration, and I'm satisfied with how this cafe turned out at the end. I named this cafe November because obviously this journal is for November. I added an outline under it and put a little logo on it. If you look closely, you can see the logo says NVB, which is short for November. I think it's really cute and make the cafe looks more real. And I decided to draw a smaller building next to a cafe, which is an Italian bistro. I imagined that people would go there for some pasta and wine after they spend the day in the cafe next door, chatting with their family or their friends. I added a bike in front of the cafe and some seats outside. It made a huge difference for the picture. It looks more realistic, and I added some tiles on the ground to give it more texture. And it's time to color. I prefer using pastel color in my journal and decided to use this really faint pink as the main color of the cafe. This color is easy on the eye, it makes the cafe more peaceful and chilled. I decided to leave the sign of the cafe white to make it pop and keep it clean. I used this brown color for the trim of the windows and the door to make it look like they are made of woods. And it's almost at the end of the year. If you are looking for buying a new bullet journal or some stationeries, you can use my discount code on the Archer and Olive website. I'm in the affiliate program. When you use my code Amelia10, you will get 10% off your entire purchase, and I will get a small commission from them. They just announced their winter collection is coming soon, and I can't wait to see how it looks like. I already bought 2 notebooks from them, and they are already on the way to Macau. I'm so excited to receive them, and I'll be all set for the next year. Archer and Olive is a woman-owned business. They sell lots of pretty notebooks and stationeries. You should definitely go check out their website and you will be in love with the notebook design, and I'll link them in my description box. I really wanted to keep the window white in this drawing, but I don't want to leave too many white space in the journal, so I used the lightest gray I can find to color the window. I was worried that it would look terrible, but it turned out okay. Moving on, I decided to use a cooler tone for the bistro to give the whole picture more contrast and make it look more interesting. I used the gray color on the window to keep the white space minimal, just like I did for the cafe, and I decided to paint this bike black because the orange doesn't really go with the rest of the color. I used yellow on the seats to make it look more interesting and pop. I wrote the best memory I made around the table. This quote kind of describes when you spend the time with your friends or family at the cafe, you will make great memories out of it because you are spending quality time together, you're talking about your life and catching up with each other. I love spending time with my friends in a cafe. It is very calming and you get to have some amazing snacks and drink when you are chatting. I drew a table with some cafe food on the bottom of this spread, and I drew a regular and a chocolate croissant as the food. Croissant is my go-to cafe food. They are the best pastry and bread out there. I also drew a cup of coffee on the table as well because it's the soul of a cafe. To be honest, I don't drink coffee very often, but I love the smell of it. I drink water most of the time and only drink coffee when it's not very bitter. I put the name of the cafe on the plates and the logo on the napkins. You can expect to see all this food and drinks on this table when you are at the cafe. I'm happy with how the food and the coffee looks on this spread. So this is the cover page and the quote page. Moving on to our monthly calendar. I use my Tombow to overlay the letter and create a gradient look for it. And I added some white lines on the letter to make it look more full. I use the font that I use most of the time for the days of the week. It is super simple and it goes with the vibe that I was looking for. I am trying out different monthly layout each month and exploring different options and designs. It is very fun to create the monthly spread when you know there are so many different layouts that you can use in your journal. I love using this traditional layout the most, and I have also tried the super minimal one for my September journal, which I love as well because it was so practical. I am using different shades of brown for the calendar and keep it very minimal. I only drew a cup of tea in this spread because I want to keep it as minimal as possible, and I just put some craft paper to decorate the empty space on the bottom. I didn't like this line that I was drawing, so I used the washi tape to cover it and it turns out unexpectedly great. So this is the monthly spread. It is so easy to create. I think I only spent 10 minutes on it. The next page is a health tracker. I decided to do an overall health tracker in my journal instead of putting workout, eating healthy and other stuff in my habit tracker. I will put down the score for my health in this chart every day to keep a record of it. I am drawing some tomato and basil here and some olive oil and vinegar for the bread. This is one of my favorite appetizers and I think they go well with the cafe theme. I love how these breads look. It is really cute with the wooden board. I hope this coloring won't be too confusing for you. This is the coldest color I could find for the oil and the vinegar. I wish I could draw the bowl better so it looks more real and 3D, but I couldn't really do it. So, that's it. Sometimes we need to accept the imperfections in our life. And I tried my best to make the tomato and basil looks more real, and it's the effort that it counts. I love the bread and the wooden board in this bread, especially after I had colored them. I don't really like the olive oil and the tomato, but that's okay. The next bread here is my habit tracker. I love the font I use for it. I think it looks so cute. And I had this little craft paper cut out for my notepad. The grid on this notepad is the same size as my journal, so I just cut out the shapes of the calendar for this month and glue it on. It gives the spread more texture. I outlined the craft paper to make it look more interesting, and I wrote each habit I want to track on top. There are 6 habits that I want to track this month. I want to see when did I make reels for my Instagram, how much time I used to film my videos, how many days I edited the videos. I also put down yoga, meditation, and painting on this track. These activities help me relax and keep my mind off stressful things. If you have made it this far in this video already, I want to say thank you to you. Comment latte as a secret word below. It means a lot to me that you are still watching this video. This is the last page of my November setup. I'm so happy how this last spread had turned out. This is a combination of my monthly favorite spread and the playlist. If you haven't watched any of my videos or never seen my Instagram post, I use my monthly favorite spreads to keep a note on the shows I've been watching for the month. I made this page looks like a menu you would see in the cafe. I glued some craft paper on the side of this page as if this is the design of the menu. Remember the name of our cafe is November, so I put down November on top of this page and started to draw the menu. I put down some lines to decorate this menu so it doesn't look too boring. In the middle section of this menu, I put down the cafe name and the years as if this is a real cafe that's opened in 21, and I put our signature drink there. It is my favorite drink from Starbucks, and I decided this could be the signature drink in our cafe. I'm drawing different drinks and food that you will see in the cafe to decorate the menu. I drew some coffee, some sugar, a cupcake, and a hot chocolate. If you like my content so far, please give my video a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Amelia's Journal. I post every other day there, and you can save some of my posts as an inspiration for your journal in the future. I love how this drink looks. I think it really makes this page look like a real menu that you can see in a cafe. The left side of this page will be my monthly favorite page, aka the shows that I've been watching, and the right side will be my playlist of the month. Because I already have so many different shows that I've been watching, so I just went ahead and put those down in the movies and show section of this menu. Most of the shows here are old, but they are good. I left some extra space for the new shows and movies as well. I only have a few songs in my playlist this month. I'm struggling to find some new music that I like, so if you have any recommendations, please leave me a comment. And I am a big fan of Taylor, so I just put down everything Taylor Swift there because I constantly listen to her music. Her music will be on top of my playlist all the time, and I think I know all of her songs already. Here I am coloring the doodle of this manual. I didn't really like how this coffee turned out. The bottom of the cup is supposed to be transparent, but I colored it brown. At this point, there's nothing I could have done, so I just leave it as it is. And I started to add some highlights for the doodles to make it look more cute. I have never done anything like this before. I really love the idea I had to turn these two spreads into a manual. It is so cute and I'm really happy with it. This is the final flip through of this month. I hope you like this theme. In the next video, we will plan the weekly spread together. If you like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to check out my Instagram. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!